Good morning, kids. It's Pastor, and today we're going to learn a brand new Bible verse from our Old Testament lesson yesterday from Lamentations 3, verses 22 to 23. And in this Bible verse, we're going to be learning a few big words, and I just want to go over them before we learn them by heart. So the first big word that we're learning is steadfast love. And this is the kind of love that our God has for us. Because a steadfast love, it means that it continues on. It never ends. It's something that never ceases. And that word ceases is our second big word that we're going to learn too. Ceases means does not end. So God's love for you is eternal. It has no beginning and it has no end. It's something that will always continue on, and it's based entirely on God's mercy, love, and grace for you in Jesus. So those are the big words that I want to go over. Now, why don't we say the whole Bible verse, and then we're going to split it up into parts, and we'll add our emotions to them. All right? Well, here's the Bible verse. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. All right. So for the first part, we're going to say, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. And for this one, I want you to put your hands like this and go like that, saying that it's never going to stop. God's love is never going to stop. It's going to continue on forever. All right. So we're going to do the swiping when we say never ceases. All right. So here it is. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Let's say that 3 times. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. All right. And for the next part, we're going to make a cross with our hands, because this is referring to God's mercy, our undeserved grace that he has towards us, in that he shows us nothing but love. It's undeserved mercy, undeserved grace. And here it is. So remember, we're going to make a cross, and we're going to say this: his mercies never come to an end. And remember, his mercies don't come to an end because of the cross, because of what Jesus has done for you on the cross by dying for all your sins and then rising up on the 3rd day. All right? So let's say that 3 times. And again, here's the verse. His mercies never come to an end. So we'll say that 3 times. His mercies never come to an end. His mercies never come to an end. His mercies never come to an end. All right. And for this one, I kind of want you just to flip your hands like that, because I want you to imagine the rising of the sun, because this next verse says, they are new every morning. And we're going to imagine the rise of the sun, that God's mercies are new every morning. All right. So let's say that 3 times. And again, the verse is, they are new every morning. All right. Here, let's do it. They are new every morning. They are new every morning. They are new every morning. And the last part is, great is your faithfulness. And again, I want you to put your finger towards the sky, because we're going to be giving God the glory. All right? Because he is faithful to his promises in that he keeps them. He never wavers. He never breaks them. He's because of his steadfast love for you. All right, so let's say that 3 times. And great is your faithfulness. And great is your faithfulness. And great is your faithfulness. All right, well, let's put the whole thing together and say it 3 times. And here it is. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. 2 more times. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. One more time. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. All right. Well, that's this week's Bible verse. Tune in next week for next week's Bible verse. Until then, go in peace and serve the Lord.